Nintendo, you're doing great now, but I just don't know about the next gen. I don't know. I really don't know. Because Sony recently showed off 8K footage of Gran Turismo. Yeah. And it got me thinking, well, I mean, okay, yeah, I know, you're just like, oh, okay, whatever. And we can't even see in 8K. We can't even see in 4K. So who really gives a shit? The footage did look amazing. I was like, wow. I saw Rich talk about it on Review Tech USA, and I was like, holy poop, that's incredible. And apparently it takes them 6 months to make a car in the engine or something. It's fucked. I don't know. I'm like, Jesus Christ. This is what Sony's going to bring to the table for the PlayStation 5, which he thought probably not, but a lot of people are speculating like, shit, the PS5 might be able to do 8K because they showed off 8K footage of Gran Turismo. I don't know why they would do that. They said obviously the current PlayStations can't handle this shit, but they're working on something down the line. I don't know, something along those lines. But god damn it, they got 8K Gran Turismo, and it had me thinking. The Switch can barely handle fucking 1080p, right? Isn't that like the max? We got 1080p on the Switch? That's docked. Handheld, we got 900p, I believe. And it can barely handle this, and it can barely get the current gen ports. Just the port, Panic Button does an amazing job porting to the Switch, obviously, but there's always, Doom had sound issues, and there's issues. It's like they're trying to cram it all, compact it all as well as they can onto this little machine here, and it's pretty difficult. They do an amazing job. God bless you, Panic Button. You're doing God's work, and we thank you. Apparently, Warframe is great. I haven't really played it, but there you go. That's a great little Panic Button shout out for you. But when the next gen comes around, we're not going to be getting these ports. You know what I mean, Cam? We're not getting any more.
Yeah, but the 3DS sold really well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm getting to that. But here's the thing. We don't know what the next gen consoles are going to be like, right? You're saying, okay, well, the Switch is a handheld. All right, we're safe. We're in safe waters here. We know how Microsoft and Sony love to copy Nintendo. Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? Come on. They see this Switch and it's projected to sell in 2019 more than the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. Those consoles are dying. That's not that. I don't know why people were really excited about that. They're like, the Switch is going to sell more than the PlayStation and the Xbox next year. And I'm like, it's like the last year for those consoles. It damn well better. It's a fucking brand new system pretty much. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyways, when those come out, what if they're hybrids, Cameron? What if they're hybrids? What fucking kid is going to want to get, I want to get the 1080p Nintendo one when I can get the goddamn 4K PlayStation badass machine? Why would they want to get the PlayStation?
Hybrid, it would be expensive as shit.
I know, it's not going to be 8K. I don't think it's going to be 8K, but I'm just saying people are speculating about that.
This.
But if this thing is a hybrid, why would people want to buy the Switch at that point? We're not going to get the ports. If they give us an upgraded Switch, we got to hope and a prayer, but that's going to fuck over the fucking current Switch owners, right? You're going to have to go out and buy a goddamn new Switch. If you want to keep up with the fucking games they're bringing out, Nintendo swears to God they would, the first party's fine, but third party, they're not going to adhere to this goddamn original Switch. They're not going to be like, you know what, we need to make it play on both Switch consoles. Hell no, they're not. They're going to fucking sell their game across all systems. They don't want to make it fucking harder on themselves and be like, well, we got to make it work on the original Switch. No, that would not happen. They would develop solely for the new Switch Pro, or whatever they would call it. And your original Switch owners would be shit out of luck, and that's a terrible business move for Nintendo, obviously, right? I mean, why would they do that? They're not going to do that. So this little upgrade that we've been hearing rumors and all that shit about, I don't think it's going to be a power upgrade, right? It's just going to be a redesign, like the DS Lite or some shit like that. Maybe some better Joy-Con move in and out situations. Put the straps on easier so they don't break your fucking treads on your thing. There's all kinds of little weird fun fixes they could do for the current Switch. The fucking top of it cracks and shit from overheating and, all kinds of little things they could fix. I personally don't think it would be a power situation where it's going to be more powerful, but hey, maybe, that's just me personally. Maybe I would hope that they would personally, because I would buy it. I would buy the more powerful Switch because I have a job and I work hard and I make money and I want these things. So I would do it, but I would understand why people would be pissed and wouldn't want to buy it. Completely understandable, and it's a terrible business decision. That's just me wanting to get it because I'm a little bitch, right? But like I said, if these companies do copy Nintendo, I think they're fucked. I think they're fucked for the next gen. They're not going to be getting the ports. People are going to prefer to get the obviously more powerful handheld. If they don't do the handheld situation, the handheld hybrid, whatever they're going to do, Sony, there's been rumors forever that Sony's doing a handheld hybrid. A lot of people don't want it. A lot of people do want it. It's pretty divided on that front. I personally would love to see that. I like Nintendo games. I'm going to buy the Nintendo games. But we saw how well the Wii U did because it was underpowered, and couldn't handle all these third-party games, right? So
I think Nintendo would still be fine because they're only developing for one platform, so
but
they're going to be fine. Guaranteed.
Think about the people. Okay, if it's a handheld hybrid, you're a kid. You want the sickest new shit. You don't give a fuck if Nintendo right now is the sickest fucking handheld there is, right? You got the fucking. You can put this thing on your fucking TV, pop that shit right out. You're on the go. Boom. You're gaming with some nice 900p. You're like, boom, getting that Legend of Zelda on the go.
Yeah, but the DS sold really well, and it was not even close to like.
But the DS that was when the handheld market was a viable thing.
Yeah, but it still had a lot of third-party support.
Yeah, but that's what I just said. That's when the handheld market was a viable thing. People don't care about handhelds now.
But if Nintendo's only developing for one platform, there's still going to be a lot of good first-party.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good first-party, but what good did that do for the
base? Third parties are going to.
What good did that do for the Wii U? What good did that do for the Wii U?
Well, they had to divide everything with the 3DS.
Thing was.
And then they gave up on
everybody was hyped on the Wii U at first. Like the first few weeks, like this thing's gonna go nuts, and then it flopped.
Yeah, but they didn't have any games, and there was a bunch of other shit.
But they had promises of games coming. 2018 has been pretty big drought. 2019 is gonna be great for games for the Switch. But I'm just worried. I'm personally worried about 2020, Cam. All right. If we're not getting the third-party support's gonna fucking drop off. I feel like 2019 is gonna be great. We're getting so much good shit in 2019. First party. Mostly, I don't really know much about third-party shit coming to the Switch exclusive-wise, but the games Nintendo's bringing to the table are going to be amazing. But I feel like once these new consoles drop off, they're already trying their goddamness to get these games ported to the Switch, and sometimes they're like, we just can't do it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but they can still make good exclusive games for the Switch.
They could make good exclusive games, but...
There's all kinds of RPGs and
shit. If the Switch is already having a hard time right now, if it's a feat that the Switch is going to outsell PlayStation 4 in its final year, being the newest PlayStation console, I don't think that's a good sign, personally, right? There are people making a big deal, like, next year, Switch is going to outsell the PlayStation 4 that's been on the market for years and years and years. This is the hot new shit, right? Why is this a big deal? This should be an automatic thing. I don't know. It just, when I saw the 8K, I was like, if they're doing a handheld that can do 4K, shit. Nintendo is shit, brother. Especially if, because Sony's first party is amazing. If you want to talk about good first party, Nintendo's obviously the king, but Sony's, they're right there. They're right up. They're right on Nintendo's ass. Goddamn it. There's some PlayStation must plays, right? I mean, Persona 5, right? There's a goddamn incredible game. God of War, Spider-Man. Come on, these are incredible experiences, and I'm sure a lot of people would argue that they're better than Nintendo first party, right? I mean, don't you think there'd be a ton of people that would say that? So.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people, but.
I don't know. I feel like.
I'm not saying Nintendo's gonna win, but they're gonna be fine, is what I'm saying.
I feel like people our age love Nintendo, right?
Adults.
There's more adults that love Nintendo than kids, right? So, I mean, that's why Sony sells so well. It's like for everybody, right? But Nintendo caters to kids, but really it's like catering to the nostalgic adults. It's like a weird thing. I don't know.
That is true.
It's just a weird, PlayStation's got this going, and if they come out with this hot new shit, especially if it's a hybrid, I mean, kids are going to flock to that. Kids want the Switch right now because it's like the hot shit, the hot handheld, right? You want to be on the fucking airplane with your daddy going to Timbuktu playing Marios and Zeldas, right? Because this is the hot new shit, and your fucking dad's rich, and he's bringing you on a business trip, and he's going for sex. What is that called when you go somewhere for sex? I don't know.
Sex tourism.
Sex tourism. He's going for sex tourism with his child. Well, I don't know. He's going to put him up in the hotel and let him play his Zeltars. Anyways, if this PlayStation's out, his daddy's going to get him that junt, right? I mean, why would he not? I don't know. This is just my ramblings, my thoughts. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's not looking good in my personal eyes for the Switch in 2020, unless they did a new console, but that would split up a powerful console, that would split up the buyer face, the fan base, whatever you want to call it. It'd split them up. So either way you're looking at this, I think 2020 is going to be a rough year for the Switch. I mean, you don't, but me personally.
I think it'll be fine. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be the winner, but it's going to do great still.
I mean, cell phones are really taking over the handheld gaming market. I mean, I know people like us don't give a shit about it, but a lot more people that really actually genuinely like games are getting into cell phone games now. I see, Mark. Mark's been playing the shit out of it. There's people that actually real games that play cell phone games now. They're putting some quality fucking shit on cell phones now. They really are. Tons of companies like Square Enix and Capcom and all these people are putting actual real effort and work into cell phone games. And Nintendo is now too. They actually acquired a bunch of new cell phone licenses apparently. like The Last Story and all kinds of shit. So people are putting a lot of work into real high-quality cell phone games.
The Last Story?
What is it? Right?
No, that is a good.
They're gonna make like a
I didn't care for that
cell phone game. Well, I'm just saying.
No, I know.
I'm just saying they're putting a lot of work into mobile, like all these other game developers are. So I feel like people are gonna like care less and less about the Switch as time goes on. Like its handheld hybrid gimmick is like
I don't think
not
by
as
2020
cool.
at the very
Well,
least.
2020, I'm just saying, is when the new consoles come out, and people.
I don't think the Switch will last 10 years.
These new games are not going to be able to be ported to the Switch, right? I mean,
Yeah.
fucking next-gen games, they're going to have to develop games just for the Switch. You can't develop a game for the PS5 and have the exact same thing ported over to the Switch. That's not going to happen.
No, I know.
They're going to have to develop it
gonna
completely new.
They're definitely going to make a stronger Switch at some point.
I mean, if the third parties don't have to make it play on both systems, like DS, 3DS, they had a few exclusive games, a handful for the new 3DS, just a handful, and no one really cared because like, okay, well, it's like 5 fucking games, right? You still got these fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games. But if these third-party developers are like, you don't have to make it work on both systems. You can just do the powerful one. Every single one of them is going to be like, absolutely, I'm doing the more powerful one. It makes it easier for them, right? Because they can just go, oh, well, I'm working on this more powerful game. It's less work to dumb it down to the original Switch level. I can just keep it on this, just a slightly less version, or maybe on par. Who fucking knows? I don't know. All this is just troublesome for me. Just troubled thoughts in my head. I obviously love the Switch. I have a fuck ton of games for the Switch. I think it's great. I just think there may be trouble ahead. There's troubled waters ahead, and there's a storm a brewing. Take a look over the bow, Cam.
Eventually, I don't think by 2020.
I see a lot of thunder clouds coming. Well, hey, this is just my thoughts. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think the Switch is in trouble with all this ranting and raving I've done? Obviously, I don't have any solid, concrete research or evidence. This is just the ramblings of a madman, the ravings of a lunatic. Okay? So let me know what you think. Maybe you think, hey Shane, zip it, buddy.
Maybe the next gens
Nintendo's
won't be
number
hybrids.
one. Nintendo's number one forever. Maybe they won't. They probably won't. I mean, there's a lot of hopes and dreams that they
want
won't.
them to be.
I want them to be too. We'll see.
Hybrid option. Just make it $1,000.
Yeah, there you go.
Care.
Do you want it? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. That's fine. If you're new here, subscribe. We'd love to have you along for this YouTube journey. And if you want to go above and beyond that and support the channel monetarily, you can. Patreon.com/FUgameCrew. We just added a $5 tier for all the people that asked. We had a few people ask, say, why don't you have a $5 tier? There you go. Go check that out. We got a $5 tier. You get a fun little unique Instax mailed to you every month. So check that out. It's like a Polaroid. We can just say Polaroid. Whatever. Cameron's a stickler about the word, but we're going to call it a Polaroid. What are you going to do about it?
It's really a brand.
And we just added some new merch on FUgameCrew.bigcartel.com. Check it out. We've got nice little FU
Probably
Game
gonna be
Crew
blurry.
mug there. Who knows? It looks nice. Go check it out. It's got FU Game Crew on the back. It's got me and Cam on the front. It's a very solid mug. It looks nice. Dishwasher safe. It's great. Go check it out. It's $13 plus shipping. We also got the shirts on there. Obviously, you know that. So go check that out if you want some cool stuff, and that helps support the channel out a lot. You don't want to do Patreon, so there you go. Boom. If you want some content beyond this, hit up my personal channel, Bubby's World. I do vlog stuff on there. Maybe you like that kind of stuff. Just, Dan Lipe type of shit. Maybe my grandma reacts to something here and there. Who fucking knows? I don't know. You want some skateboarding? We got our new montage coming in the future soon. We don't know. We're working on it. Give us a second. FU Crew Adventures. Go check that out. We already got tons of stuff on that channel. Anyways, you can watch us doing skateboarding moves. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one, buddy.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty. Thank you for your support.
Fuck you, Reggie.